Good morning. Good morning, Jacksonville. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. But I really want to give a warm welcome and thanks and offer my holiday blessings to Riverside High School for entertaining us this morning. Riverside High School is under the Riverside High School Chorus is under the direction of the most admirable A.J. Nair. So our program is slated to begin at 12 p.m., but I've asked Riverside High School to lead us into our official program and the welcoming of our Mayor, Donna Deegan. I need a moment to just breathe and be. I learned that from probably one of the most important guardians of my life, Miss Frida Saraga. Just take time for yourself and be. Ladies and gentlemen and honored guests, I'm going to do something that I typically don't do, and that is read from a pre-written speech. But this year, I felt inclined to ensure that I recognized individuals who have been both supportive of myself, what I do to help get the quilt ceremony up and running each year. For without the support of community, we wouldn't have this event for 24 years. So this year, I say welcome. Welcome to the 24th annual ceremony of the AIDS Memorial Quilt here at Jacksonville City Hall. My name is Justin Bell, and I'm the president of the North Florida chapter of the AIDS Memorial Quilt. My pronouns are he, him, and his. I stand before you today not just as an individual, but as a testament to resilience. I've been diagnosed with both HIV and AIDS, yet here I am, thriving. This is thanks to modern medicine, hope, love, and community. It is with great honor and privilege that I address all of you as we gather to commemorate World AIDS Day 2023 and pay heartfelt tribute to the lives affected by HIV and AIDS. I'd like to give a warm welcome as she makes her entrance to our esteemed Mayor, Donna Deegan. I'm actually thinking that she's coming, but I think that our chorus may have held up the elevators. Look at that! This was like Santa arriving. Welcome, Mayor Deegan. So, Mayor Deegan, we are so appreciative of your unwavering commitment to our community, and it is truly commendable. I wish to extend my deepest gratitude to the Riverside High School Chorus that was led by A.J. Nair for gracing us with their musical presence and adding depth and meaning to this significant occasion. In the spirit of community and collaborations, I want to express my sincere thanks to the City of Jacksonville's Public Affairs Office, Special Events, Park and Rec Social Services Division, and Sports and Entertainment Division for their unwavering support in making this event possible. Your dedication to fostering a strong sense of unity within our city is truly commendable. This year's display of the AIDS Memorial Quilt is made possible by the exclusive sponsorship of Edgewood Pharmacy and the financial support of Friends of the Quilt. A debt of gratitude is owed to Doug Dagenhart, Doug is a former chapter representative. Doug, we thank you for your continued oversight for the setup of the AIDS Memorial Quilt. And Doug, your dedication to preserving the memory of those we have lost is immeasurable. Special thanks are due to Donna Fuchs and NFAN. Donna and NFAN have been the fiscal agent of the North Florida chapter of the AIDS Memorial Quilt longer than I've been around. I think handling more than $30,000 in payments and income for the quilt, and ensuring the smooth coordination for this event year after year. We'd also like to say thanks to Riverside United Church of Christ. I know I have Barry here. Riverside United Church of Christ has been the steward of the quilt as it travels through Jacksonville and our beloved city for over 10 years. I want to acknowledge the exemplary leadership of our chapter board members, Dr. Max Wilson and Jeffrey Miller, whose commitment to our cause has been instrumental. A heartfelt thank you goes out to the dedicated Quilt chapter volunteers, Kareem Walker and Tim Purcell, whose tireless efforts make events like these possible. Additional gratitude to Angie Cookston and Samantha Hamill of Cannes Community Health, Sarah Cookston, Nathaniel Hamill, Doug, Tim, Kareem, for their invaluable assistance in setting up this display of the memorial quilts. Today, we are fortunate enough to have support volunteers, including Devin and the staff of Starbucks at the Beach and University store, along with all Starbucks team members across the greater Jacksonville area. Your commitment to community involvement is also very commendable. Also volunteering today are Steve Spitali, my tax preparer, Cass Wilford, my nurse who provided hope during a challenging time in 2007 when I was transitioning to hospice care. Joining them are Reza Health team members Dr. Mo, Natasha Dobson-Woodall, Cheyenne Vinson, and Britt Garner. Lastly, on the volunteer list, Mike Batar, my favorite DJ and spectacular addition to Hardwick's. And to my best friend, Jeff Fix. I'm grateful for everyone's unwavering support in this space today and always. Whew, I didn't expect to get emotional. The last individual I personally owe thanks to, and he's hiding somewhere, there he is my work husband, Dr. Mohammed Reza. Sir, you are the perfect example of who we should all strive to be. I thank you for your encouragement, your energy, your professionalism, and the trust that you have in me. You, sir, inspire me to be better, to do better. I thank you for allowing me to consume space in our clinic as a distribution center, survey center, volunteer hub, Starbucks station, all in support of what we have here today. Lastly, a warm welcome to our esteemed guests on today's program, including Mayor Deegan, Reverend Claire Chance, Avery Garner, Mason Mannion, and Jacksonville's very own, unapologetically authentic Sandra Todd. Your presence enriches this event and underscores the importance of coming together as a community to remember, support, and advocate for those affected by HIV and AIDS. This year, the World Health Organization said that the theme is Let Communities Lead. Further stating that the theme has been decided to mark the pivotal impact communities have had in shaping HIV response. This community is you. This community is me. This community is them. Thank you, Jacksonville, for your ongoing support and commitment to making a positive impact in our community. Let us remember, reflect, and recommit ourselves to the fight against HIV and AIDS. Reverend?
Good morning, y'all. My name is Claire Chance. I'm the senior pastor at Avondale United Methodist Church, where everybody is welcome. Little commercial there, just forgive me, okay? It's Christmas time, all right? My pronouns are she, hers, and let us join our hearts together in prayer. God of love and mercy, we lift our hearts to you in remembrance of your children who have lost their lives to a diabolical illness, HIV/AIDS. We cry out to you, Lord, to strengthen us in naming and fighting the injustice of the bigotry that rains down on people who have fought and are fighting this disease, as well as those who are treated cruelly simply for being the person they were created to be. We are so thankful for the blessing of brilliant people who have given so much to advance the treatment of HIV/AIDS so that what was once a death sentence is now a medical challenge. Bless with comfort all those who are bearing the pain of grief over losing loved ones to AIDS, a comfort and a peace of heart that we all welcome from your loving Spirit. We pray in your holy name as we all say together, amen. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, Jacksonville. Good morning, Mayor Deegan, distinguished guests, my social service organizations that do so much for so many. You are indeed the heroes of today's event. As we take a moment to commemorate and remember those who we've lost to the terrible thing that we know as HIV/AIDS, we are fortunate that we are in a different time where we have the opportunity for medical advances that allow that to be a medical challenge and not a sentence of death. 40 million. That's about the number of people we've lost from the AIDS epidemic since it started. Nearly 1 million of those in the United States. Currently, 1.2 million people live with HIV in the United States. 13% of those folks don't even know it. It is critical that the work that our social service organizations do is allowed to be continued and moves forward and continues to give folks the opportunity to find what their status is and to take control of their own health. I want to talk to you about numbers, but numbers really don't say to me the reason for us gathering here today. We gather today to say the names of some of those people that are no longer with us. Some of those folks that I lost when I was barely a man. I graduated from high school in 1983, and in 1984, it was determined that HIV was the virus that caused AIDS. So needless to say, finding my way in a difficult terrain was difficult and hard to navigate. I did so with the love and support of community and friends, many of whom are no longer with me. For example, one of the fellows that I lost first in 1990 was my little league baseball co-partner, player, whatever it is. You know, I don't do baseball anymore because it's a sports ball thing, you know? But when I was 6 or 7, I didn't have a whole lot of choice, and so I had a friend that was on the same baseball team. We later graduated from high school, ran into each other in a bar to discover that we both had things about us that we didn't know before. I lost him at the age of just 28 years old. I've got a list of folks that in fact met about that criteria. A list of friends who their average age was less than 30 when we lost. And so today we commemorate, we remember them, and we remember the seeds that their existence, their being here, the worthiness of that is remembered and it's celebrated. Let their loss plant a seed in you to do good. That is what happened in the community. There were so many naysayers and folks that were not prepared to assist us in the fight when this battle began. And so we took it upon ourselves to be activists, to be loud, to make noise, to be heard. And sometimes that's what it takes. So as we have the momentum of that noise, let's continue to move that noise forward. Let's do that for Chena Kelly. Let's do that for Danielle Giroux, for Robert Muskowski, for Sam Boulino, for Monroe Midget, for Terry Hacker, for Diane Adams, for T.T. Therese, for Tasha Diane, for Kyle Anglin, for Chocolate Thunder Montague. Chocolate was a very good friend of mine, and she was very active. She was active in the community for trans women, especially those living with the diagnosis of HIV. She worked hard to ensure that they were seen, heard, and felt. And so what I want to do is continue that good work that Chocolate started. Since those folks aren't here to do those works for themselves, let us take it up in honor of their memory to continue to do good. Each day presents us a set of challenges that we may or may not be prepared for, but as long as we can continue to put one foot in front of the other and move forward, we will get through this together. And so today I just want to kind of leave you with this particular reminder. A society grows when old men plant trees whose shade they will never know. And that is an opportunity that we have as we come together, as we can plant trees to ensure that future generations do not have to face the same circumstances of this disease. Let's get that percentage of 13% that don't know their status. Let's lower that number. Let's get people in a place of understanding what their status is so that they can take control of their health. Let's support these service organizations who daily do the work for those of us who have other things to do. I just want to say thank you. Donna, I look out at you. I see Frida over there. I see just so many people within the community who make it their day-to-day mission to care for others. Ladies and gentlemen, that's an easy place to start in life. Just care about somebody else and let them care about somebody else. And then there's a wave of care that moves us into a place of unity and love that nobody can break. And so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. I love you. Say their names, remember them, and love them always. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I didn't realize I was really that short. Well, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our other elected officially official. And it is not just with pleasure, but also with great honor that I say welcome you, City Councilman Jimmy Peluso from District 7. And thank you for joining us, and thank you for also being my support mechanism for this event. Thank you also, I'll add, for being a support mechanism as we continue with the initiative to ignite Jacksonville Red in recognition of World AIDS Day. It's with City Councilman Peluso's energy and the support of our volunteer Tim Purcell that this year we have continued to ignite Florida Blue Building red if you're driving along I-95 north or south. That looks so beautiful. Didn't notice it last evening, but pay a good attention to FIS, who may be joining us this year. It now gives me great pleasure to introduce Mayor Donna Deegan. Mayor Deegan will present the official proclamation declaring December 1st, 2023 World AIDS Day in Jacksonville, Florida. Mayor Deegan's dedication has been a source of inspiration and strength to all of us. Madam Mayor, we are so grateful for your presence here today. Welcome, and thank you.
Whew. Did you say this wasn't going to be emotional? Is that what you said? We weren't going to get emotional today? I think that's pretty much impossible, especially where so much love is involved. I love the whole mantra of let communities lead. I don't know of any community that I think is more capable of opening its hearts and leading in the way this community is. And we all need to continue to feed that in each other. And may we all be in that posture that we want to plant the trees that we will not live to see the shade of. That is such a beautiful sentiment, and I think we have so much of that in our city as long as we nourish it. And so we'll continue to do that. I am so grateful to be here as we pay our respects to the AIDS Memorial Quilt, which is adorned with over 100,000 names in total. Thank you to the North Florida chapter of the AIDS Memorial Quilt for bringing all of us together for this 24th year of this poignant service. I have to tell you, just having walked through these halls every day and seeing these pieces of the quilt hang here has really been a special privilege and a reminder every day of, frankly, why I'm here, because love has to win. And I'm grateful to have those here. This could be a somber occasion, and yet you can really feel the love and the joy as we celebrate the lives of people on the quilt. Those beautiful souls may not be here with us in person anymore, but they are certainly here in spirit. I know you can all feel that as much as I can. As you probably know from my background as a 3-time cancer survivor, healthcare is both a personal passion of mine and also a top priority of my administration. We have several transformational healthcare programs we hope to be announcing soon to ensure good health for all of our citizens, and caring for those living with HIV is certainly a very important part of that. So with that in mind, I would like to present the following proclamation for the AIDS Memorial Quilt and World AIDS Day. Whereas World AIDS Day was established in 1988 by the World Health Organization as a day to raise awareness about the AIDS pandemic and to mourn those who have lost their lives to the disease. And whereas the annual observance on December 1st has also played a crucial role in dispelling myths and stigma surrounding HIV/AIDS by advocating for prevention, treatment, and support for those affected. And whereas HIV continues to have a presence and impact in Jacksonville, as of 2022, nearly 7,000 of our neighbors were living with HIV in our community, and nearly 1,500 lost their lives to HIV-related conditions between 2002 and 2021. And whereas nearly 1.2 million people are living with HIV in the United States, with around 37,000 new HIV diagnoses each year, Florida consistently ranks among states with the highest HIV rates, with more than 4,700 new Florida diagnoses reported in 2021. And whereas 2023 marks the 24th year the AIDS Memorial Quilt has been displayed at Jacksonville City Hall, it reminds us of the lives we have lost and encourages increased awareness, prevention, and support for citizens living with HIV. And whereas this day also highlights the work of local organizations who are raising awareness, including Friends of the Quilt, the Northeast Florida World AIDS Day Committee, and the AIDS Memorial Project of Northeast Florida. Now, therefore, I, Donna Deegan, by virtue of the authority vested in me as mayor of Jacksonville, do hereby proclaim December 1st, 2023 as World AIDS Day in Jacksonville, and encourage all citizens to remember the names on the AIDS Memorial Quilt while showing solidarity and providing support for those affected by HIV/AIDS.
Well, Justin, the next time that we do this, I will definitely have to discuss with you where you place me in the program, because I do not want to follow that ever again. Gosh, I will admit, y'all, I'm nervous today, but I hope this song will touch your heart. They unfolded your lives one by one. They laid out your patchwork under the sun, and people gathered from miles around to witness your quilt spread on the ground. And then they called out your name. mothers and fathers, sisters and brothers, and daughters and sons, and children and babies, and lovers and friends. They all lay before me like a patchwork quilt. And then they called out your names. Oh yes, they called out your names. You will live forever. Know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. Your lives had meaning, and your lives had joy. You touched so many people, many more than you will know. And you wrapped yourselves around me as I walked along these roads, making me feel your beautiful souls. I feel the warmth of your lies. I feel the warmth of your lies. You will live forever. Know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. And my heart spills over, flowing with tears. I cry for your suffering and for your shortened years. And I'll take you with me as I walk away, remembering you who have died with AIDS. Oh, I remember your names. Oh, I remember your names. You will live forever. Know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt. Oh, I remember your names. Oh, I remember your names. You will live forever. Know that I'll be loving you just like a patchwork quilt.
Two panels of the quilt will be dedicated for Blondea Chocolate Montague and for Eugene Williams. Two people and activists that I actually knew personally, in fact, when I got here in 2000 and went to work for InFan, I worked with Chocolate. And I wanted to share some stories of working with Chocolate, but then I realized that none of them were appropriate for today's setting. So instead I'll offer this prayer in my tradition of Christianity, but I invite all people of all faiths or no faiths to join me in a moment. Creating God, we gather at this moment in the year once more to share space with those who have loved and lost, with those who have struggled and triumphed, with those seeking solace and mercy, to share their names in stories and smiles, to speak their names in the secret places you find us. Loving God, on this World AIDS Day, we dedicate new panels to this glorious quilt in honor and memory of Chocolate and Eugene, whose activist hearts built safe spaces for so many living with HIV in this community. Safe spaces for personal truths to be revealed and lived. Safe spaces where new destinies could be pursued, where fear of death was transfigured. Safe spaces that offered life and hope and light. Servant God, convict us to move within this world with their great and bawdy humors, their strong, resilient voices, their shared laughter and private tears. Let us exude spirit in the way Chocolate and Eugene did for all of those around them, with performance and praise, with service and smiles that shone through every challenge they faced. In this holy season, let our lamps always be lit for others. Let every star guide us to abundant love that we can share. Let the harvest bring bounty and promise for all creation. And merciful God, challenge us with each new day to be present as you are present at our coming in and going out. May we all be present for one another, present as these names surrounding us are present, now and always, in death as in life. We rejoice in the blessing of memory. Grant us peace, grant us joy in our remembrances. And all of God's people said, amen.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. Weep not for the memories. Remember the good times that we had. Let them slip away from us when things got bad. Clearly I first saw you smiling in the sun. I want to feel your warmth upon me. I want to be the one. And I will remember you. Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. We're not for the memories. I'm so tired, I can't sleep. I'm standing on the edge of something much too deep. It's funny how we feel so much but cannot say a word. We are screaming inside, but we can be heard. And I will remember you. And will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you by. We're not for the memories. We're not for the memories.
Good afternoon, everyone. So I'm Joshua. I was tasked with the honor of serving as the chairperson of the World AIDS Day this year. And I want to give a very big thank you and a shout out to my co-chair, Justin Bell. Justin Bell has been serving on World AIDS Day for as long as I can remember. He has been a mentor to me. He has talked me off some ledges. He has talked me through a lot of things that I have to deal with in my current role as the CEO of Overflow Health Alliance. I want to say thank you to Mayor Donna Deegan for showing up and presenting her proclamation to us today. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to all of you, because you all are the reason why we're here. So that's the end of my thank you, because I don't like to be up here long. I'm going to turn it back over to Justin. You guys continue to keep doing all the good work that you're doing. Here's Justin.
Well, that really wasn't planned, but I should have written this speech for Josh, because there are actually some important folks we need to recognize. So, and that is our sponsors of Northeast Florida World AIDS Day: Can Community Health, AHF Pharmacy, Clear Health Alliance, Gilead, and our hometown ladies and gentlemen at NFAN. Donna's speaking to me right now in my brain and saying, what about the events of the week? Because where's that calendar? And of course, I wasn't planning on doing this. But let me tell you that this evening there is a service of remembrance and hope at Avondale United Methodist Church. I thank you, Pastor Claire. Avondale United Methodist Church will begin receiving individuals at 6:30, and a program will begin at 7 p.m. Gosh, I would encourage every single one in this room, if you have internet access, to access. Look at, oh, Josh, this is what I call an OA. I called Katrina Williams this a lot. Overachiever. Because they give me more work to do. So, service of remembrance of hope this evening at 7. For tomorrow at Colors at 2650 Park Street is The Hidden Truth, presented by Sharonda Lynn. And for those of you coming this evening, you'll hear a little from Sharonda Lynn this evening. Monday begins more in-depth programs from the committee we call HOPE. The HOPE committee is health, outreach, prevention, education. HOPE. Monday, Northside Community Resource Fair. Tuesday, citywide condom blast, and I cannot wait to see what NFAN brings this year. Condom blasts, Mayor Deegan, condom blasts are very competitive in this city. It is a great opportunity to educate, to eradicate the stigma, and to relay the message of prevention with the passage of a little piece of safety called the condom. Wednesday is a virtual discussion panel. Thursday, Riverside Community Resource Fair back at Colors on Park Street. And Friday, I hope everyone in this room had the opportunity to purchase the sold-out event, Community Awards Banquet at Deerwood Castle. And let me just add, Deerwood Castle is phenomenal. It's almost as phenomenal as this space. It has more screens. I would encourage you to check out our website, NortheastFloridaWorldAIDSDay.com. This concludes our program. I do ask that 4 of our guardians from each block come and take guardianship of the block as the rest of us are able to come and view the quilts. Thank you for being here, and we will see you next year.